Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Dr. Portia Robinson and Nina Reeves may be joining forces to bring down Drew Quartermaine. Both have strong motivations to ensure Drew faces consequences, as their futures could be at stake. Portia risks losing her freedom and medical license if Drew exposes her, while Nina fears that she may lose her daughter, Willow Corinthos, forever if Willow sides with Drew. The two of them strategizing together to counteract Drew's potential moves is crucial, but there are intense measures they may not have considered before that could come into play. Portia has expressed multiple times that she wishes Drew was out of the picture so she wouldn't have to worry about him. Perhaps she can persuade Nina that removing Drew as an obstacle is the only way they can both be free from his influence. While Nina may initially be hesitant, it's possible that Drew could push her to a breaking point where she feels desperate for a solution. Portia could suggest a drastic course of action, one that would make it seem as though Drew's downfall was purely accidental. Portia has been reviewing Drew's medical file, and she might discover something that could be used to neutralize him. She could recommend that he take specific medication, or even alter test results to indicate that he needs urgent treatment. She might also enlist Dr. Isaiah Gannon to consult with Drew about a fabricated condition. If Drew were to take the prescribed medication, there's a chance it could interact with something else he is already using, a factor only Portia would be aware of. Additionally, Nina could swap the medication while in Drew's home, potentially affecting his health over time. Either possibility could lead to unexpected consequences. As Drew experiences side effects, Portia and Nina would need to remain patient, ensuring that whatever unfolds appears completely natural. If Drew were to suddenly collapse, it would seem like an unfortunate medical event. Willow would be stunned and rush him to the hospital, unaware of any underlying factors at play. If Portia and Nina's efforts go as planned, Drew could face a severe health crisis. However, will they need to take further steps to ensure their goal is achieved? Or will Drew's resilience allow him to survive despite the odds? General Hospital spoilers reveal that Christina Corinthos Davis once again has her sights set on Ava Jerome. Just when it seemed her frustration with Ava was fading, Ava's latest actions have reignited Christina's determination. Now, Christina is on a mission, and she's considering whether her sister, Molly Lansing Davis, might be the perfect partner to join her cause. Molly has been struggling after experiencing multiple personal setbacks. Her dreams of starting a family have crumbled, and her relationship with TJ Ashford is in turmoil. But will she allow Christina to pull her into this battle against Ava? Could she already be contemplating a way to reconnect with her sister? And if aligning with Christina in this pursuit seems like the only way to mend their fractured bond, will she take the risk? Christina's anger toward Ava reached a peak when she watched Ava remain passive while Sonny Corinthos was in distress, clutching his chest as his heart condition flared up. That moment solidified Christina's resolve. Just when she was on the verge of letting her resentment go, Ava's perceived indifference reignited her emotions. Now, Christina is strategizing ways to disrupt Ava's life, bit by bit. Whether through revealing secrets, shifting allegiances, or making things uncomfortable for Ava, Christina is fully invested in her plan. Still, taking on Ava alone might not be the best approach. Christina needs support, and who better than her own sister? Molly's current state makes her an unpredictable element in this equation. She and Christina have had a complicated relationship over the years, often at odds due to differences in loyalty and personal beliefs. But Molly is now in an emotionally vulnerable place. Her hopes for surrogacy have been dashed, her domestic partnership has ended, and she is grappling with deep disappointment. Pain can drive people to unexpected choices. Christina, observing her sister's struggles, recognizes that Molly might be at a crossroads, possibly willing to join forces in this mission. The idea is compelling. Ava has caused us pain, Mole. Let's stand together. The offer is tempting, especially since Molly's legal expertise could provide the strategic edge Christina needs. But will Molly agree? She has never been one to seek revenge, but emotions can shift perspectives. If Christina presents her argument persuasively, could Molly cross the line and join forces? Will Christina proceed solo and take the risk on her own? And if that happens, will Molly still keep an eye on her sister, ready to step in if things go too far? General Hospital is reeling after recent developments suggest Christina Corinthos Davis, already navigating a turbulent personal journey, might be inadvertently pulling her devoted sister, Molly Lansing Davis, into a morally ambiguous and potentially destructive situation. The simmering tension surrounding Christina's involvement with a controversial self-help organization is reaching a boiling point, leaving viewers deeply concerned about the future of the strong bond between the sisters and the ramifications for Molly's established ethical compass. The storyline, which has been slowly unfolding for months, centers around Christina's increasing dedication to a group led by the charismatic but enigmatic Shiloh Archer. While initially presenting itself as a haven for personal growth and empowerment, the organization has revealed disturbing undertones, raising red flags about its manipulative tactics and potentially cult-like influence. Christina, searching for direction and purpose after struggling with self-esteem and romantic setbacks, has found solace and acceptance within the group's ranks. This perceived sense of belonging has blinded her to the potential dangers lurking beneath the surface. The heart of the current crisis lies in Christina's unwavering belief in Shiloh and the organization's methods, a faith so profound that it's led her to actively recruit others, including her own sister, Molly. Sources close to the show indicate that Christina's desire to share what she perceives as a life-changing experience with Molly stems from genuine love and concern. However, her unwavering belief is obscuring the potential harm she could be inflicting. Molly, a sharp and principled attorney known for her unwavering commitment to justice and ethical conduct, initially dismissed Christina's enthusiasm as a harmless pursuit of self-improvement. However, as Christina delves deeper into the organization and begins exhibiting increasingly concerning behaviors, Molly's apprehension has grown into outright alarm. The subtle shifts in Christina's personality, a newfound rigidness in her beliefs, a reluctance to question authority, and a disconcerting disconnect from her family, have fueled Molly's fears that her sister is being manipulated and controlled. The complexity of the situation lies in the deeply ingrained loyalty and love between the sisters. Molly, who has always been fiercely protective of Christina, is torn between honoring her sister's choices and intervening to prevent her from making a potentially devastating mistake. She understands Christina's vulnerability and her desperate need for acceptance, making it even more difficult to confront her about the dangers of the organization. Molly's in an impossible position, says longtime General Hospital viewer Sarah Miller. She sees her sister being pulled into something potentially very harmful, but she also knows that pushing too hard could alienate Christina and drive her further into the arms of this Shiloh guy. It's a heartbreaking situation to watch. The tension has been palpable in recent episodes, with subtle yet significant exchanges between the sisters hinting at the growing divide. Molly has attempted to voice her concerns, gently questioning Christina's blind faith and urging her to consider alternative perspectives. However, Christina has met these attempts with resistance, dismissing Molly's skepticism as a lack of understanding and a failure to grasp the profound benefits of the organization. The dynamic between Christina and Molly is further complicated by the presence of TJ Ashford, Molly's longtime boyfriend and a voice of reason in her life. TJ, who has been observing the situation with growing concern, has been urging Molly to take a more proactive approach, emphasizing the potential consequences of allowing Christina to remain under Shiloh's influence. His unwavering support has provided Molly with much-needed strength and clarity, but it has also created a point of contention in their relationship. Molly, grappling with her own anxieties and fears, is reluctant to involve TJ too deeply, fearing that his involvement could further damage her relationship with Christina. The ethical implications of Christina's actions and their potential impact on Molly's career are also coming into play. As a lawyer dedicated to upholding the law, Molly is acutely aware of the potential legal ramifications of the organization's activities. If Christina becomes entangled in illegal or unethical behavior, Molly could be faced with the agonizing choice of protecting her sister or upholding her professional obligations. Speculation is rife among General Hospital fans regarding the organization's true agenda, and Shiloh's that Shiloh is using the organization to exploit vulnerable individuals for financial gain, while others believe he has more sinister motives, potentially involving illegal activities or even acts of violence. The uncertainty surrounding Shiloh's true intentions has only heightened the sense of dread and anticipation among viewers, who are anxiously awaiting the next chapter in this unfolding drama. The story also highlights the complexities of family dynamics and the challenges of navigating difficult relationships when faced with differing beliefs and values. This storyline is particularly compelling because it touches on so many universal themes, says Dr. Emily Carter, a clinical psychologist specializing in family dynamics. The struggle to balance loyalty and integrity, the fear of losing a loved one to a dangerous influence, and the difficult choices we face when our values are challenged. These are all issues that resonate deeply with viewers. The impact of Christina's choices on Molly's character development is also a subject of intense speculation. Some fans believe that Molly will ultimately emerge as a stronger and more resilient character as a result of this experience, learning valuable lessons about the importance of critical thinking and the dangers of blind faith. Others fear that the stress and emotional turmoil of the situation could push Molly to her breaking point, potentially leading to a moral compromise or a devastating personal loss. The portrayal of Christina's vulnerability and her genuine desire to find meaning and purpose in her life has also resonated with viewers. While some may criticize her naivete and her susceptibility to Shiloh's influence, others empathize with her struggles and recognize the universal desire for acceptance and belonging. Christina's story is a reminder that anyone can be vulnerable to manipulation, especially when they are feeling lost and alone, says Maria Rodriguez, a support group leader for individuals who have been affected by cults and manipulative organizations. It's important to remember that victims of these groups are not weak or unintelligent. They are simply seeking connection and purpose in a world that can often feel overwhelming. As the storyline progresses, the stakes continue to rise, and the tension between Christina and Molly reaches a fever pitch. Viewers are left wondering whether Molly will be able to save her sister from the clutches of Shiloh and his organization, or whether Christina's choices will ultimately lead to a devastating tragedy. The future of their relationship hangs in the balance, leaving fans anxiously awaiting the next twist in this gripping and emotionally charged narrative. The writers of General Hospital have demonstrated a commitment to exploring complex and socially relevant issues, and the storyline involving Christina and Molly is no exception. By highlighting the dangers of manipulative organizations and the importance of critical thinking, the show is sparking important conversations about the vulnerabilities that make individuals susceptible to such influences and the devastating consequences that can result. The hallowed halls of General Hospital are once again buzzing with discussion, debate, and deeply felt emotions as the intricate history between Brooke Lynn Quartermaine and Lulu Spencer Falconeri continues to simmer just below the surface of current storylines. In June 2010, Carly enlisted Brooke Lynn to create tension between Lulu and Dante. Carly was upset that Dante, a police officer, had revealed Michael's involvement in Claudia's death. Brooke Lynn attempted to manipulate the situation by drugging Dante and making it appear as if they had been together. However, the plan ultimately failed as Dante remained loyal to Lulu. When Lulu discovered Brooke Lynn's scheme in September 2010, she confronted her, leading to a major confrontation. Lulu saw Brooke Lynn as deceptive and untrustworthy. By early 2011, Brooke Lynn had left town, but the damage to their relationship was already done. Brooke Lynn returned to Port Charles in November 2019, now more business-focused but still as strong-willed as ever. In early 2020, she clashed with Lulu over her stake in ELQ, the Quartermaine family company. Brooke Lynn's handling of her shares created friction between them. In March 2020, their animosity escalated when an argument at the Metro Court over Brooke Lynn's music contract issues turned heated. By late 2020, Lulu was covering a story about Cyrus Renault's involvement in General Hospital, and Brooke Lynn criticized her for stirring up conflict. In November 2020, Brooke Lynn and Lulu had one last intense argument at the Metro Court. Lulu accused Brooke Lynn of being reckless and self-centered, while Brooke Lynn called Lulu judgmental and awoke from her 4-year coma in November 2024, and their hostility resurfaced once again. It was revealed that Brooke Lynn and Dante had been involved during a summer camp years ago, resulting in an unexpected pregnancy. Brooke Lynn confided in her mother, Lois, who provided unwavering support during the challenging time. With Lois' help, a private adoption was arranged to protect Brooke Lynn's future. She never disclosed the pregnancy to Dante or anyone else. Meanwhile, Lulu, while investigating her daughter Charlotte's whereabouts, stumbled upon notes from her uncle, Martin, after he had met with Lois. This led to the shocking revelation that Dante was the father of the baby Brooke Lynn had placed for adoption. What Brooke Lynn never knew was that the baby was a boy. The true identity of the child remains a secret, known only to Martin, Lois, and Gloria Cerullo. The child, Gio, has been raised by the Quartermaines, under the belief that Camila, Brooke Lynn's cousin, was his biological mother, completely unaware of his true lineage. Brooke Lynn's husband, Chase, has strongly warned Lulu to stop interfering in his wife's life. Meanwhile, Lulu has found an ally in Cody, who, coincidentally, was also at summer camp with Dante and Brooke Lynn. As the truth teeters on the edge of exposure, the revelation will have a significant impact on many lives in Port Charles. Brooke Lynn's father, Ned, is married to Dante's mother, Olivia. Additionally, Gio's grandfather is none other than Sonny Corinthos, making Gio a member of the Quartermaine, Corinthos, and Cerullo families. The unraveling of this long-buried secret is sure to send shockwaves through Port Charles, altering relationships forever. For longtime viewers, the dynamic between these two strong-willed women has always been a complex tapestry woven with friendship, rivalry, shared trauma, and unspoken resentments. Now, with Lulu still in a prolonged, heartbreaking coma and Brooke Lynn navigating motherhood while struggling with her identity, the wounds of the past are being re-examined, forcing viewers to grapple with the shades of gray that define their relationship. It's not as simple as good versus evil or friend versus foe, says seasoned GH watcher and popular online blogger Maria Rodriguez. Brooke Lynn and Lulu have both made choices that have hurt each other, and the audience is really feeling the weight of that history now. To understand the current complexity, we must delve into the intertwined past of Brooke Lynn and Lulu, a journey fraught with moments of genuine connection and devastating betrayal. Both women entered the lives of Port Charles' elite families at relatively young ages. Lulu, daughter of the iconic super couple Luke and Laura Spencer, carried the weight of expectation and the shadow of her parents' tumultuous love story. Brooke Lynn, the daughter of Ned Ashton and Lois Cerullo, arrived with a rebellious spirit and a determination to forge her own path outside the confines of the Quartermaine legacy. Initially, their paths intertwined through shared social circles and the inherent drama of Port Charles life. A tentative friendship began to bloom, fueled by shared experiences and a mutual understanding of the pressures they faced. They confided in each other, offered support during difficult times, and even found moments of genuine joy amidst the chaos of their lives. However, the seeds of rivalry were sown early on. The Quartermaine and Spencer families have always been intertwined in complex ways, leading to inevitable conflicts and power struggles. As Brooke Lynn and Lulu matured, their personal ambitions often clashed, leading to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. One of the most significant fractures in their relationship stemmed from romantic entanglements. Both women found themselves drawn to the same men at different points in their lives, igniting jealousy and fueling resentment. The competition for attention and affection created a rift that proved difficult to bridge. The fallout often left one feeling betrayed and the other feeling misunderstood, further complicating their already delicate dynamic. Perhaps the most devastating event that tested their bond was the kidnapping of Lulu's son, Rocco. In the aftermath of this horrific ordeal, Lulu understandably struggled to cope with the trauma and the fear of losing her child again. Brooke Lynn, despite her best intentions, found herself caught in the crossfire of Lulu's pain and paranoia. Accusations flew, trust eroded, and their friendship seemed irrevocably damaged. The emotional fallout of the kidnapping reverberated through both women's lives, leaving deep scars that lingered for years. The sense of betrayal and the inability to fully understand each other's perspectives created a chasm that widened over time, their paths diverging as they pursued their own separate goals and navigated their individual struggles. However, despite the animosity and the distance that separated them, a glimmer of the old friendship remained. Moments of unexpected compassion and unspoken understanding would occasionally surface, reminding viewers of the potential for reconciliation that still existed. These brief glimpses of hope served as a reminder that their shared history was too profound to be completely erased. Now, with Lulu in a coma following a devastating explosion and Brooke Lynn unexpectedly becoming a mother to Bailey, the dynamic between these two women has taken on a new layer of complexity. Brooke Lynn, burdened with the secret and desperate to protect Bailey from the same fate as her mother, is grappling with immense guilt and responsibility. The weight of Lulu's absence hangs heavy in the air, serving as a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of forgiveness. The question on everyone's minds is, what will happen when Lulu finally awakens? Will she be able to forgive Brooke Lynn for the hurt she caused in the past? Will she understand the sacrifices Brooke Lynn is making to protect Bailey, the granddaughter she doesn't even know she has? It's a deeply emotional situation, explains licensed therapist and avid GH viewer, Dr. Emily Carter. The key to healing will be empathy and open communication. Both women need to acknowledge their past mistakes and be willing to see the situation from the other's perspective. Forgiveness is not about condoning past behavior, but about releasing the resentment and allowing for the possibility of a renewed connection. The return of Lulu promises to be a pivotal moment for Brooke Lynn, forcing her to confront her past actions and make amends for the pain she has caused. It also presents an opportunity for Lulu to heal from her own wounds and embrace a future filled with love, forgiveness, and understanding. However, the path to reconciliation will not be easy. The deep-seated resentments and unresolved issues between Brooke Lynn and Lulu will need to be addressed with honesty and vulnerability. They will need to navigate the complexities of their shared history and find a way to move forward together, even if it means redefining their relationship in a new and unexpected way. The storyline also resonates with viewers who have experienced similar challenges in their own friendships. It's so relatable, says avid fan Sarah Miller. We've all had friends who have hurt us, and we've all made mistakes that have damaged our relationships. The beauty of this storyline is that it shows us that forgiveness is possible, even in the face of deep pain. The complexities of Brooke Lynn and Lulu's relationship are further heightened by the passionate fan base that fiercely advocates for each character. Online forums and social media platforms are flooded with opinions, theories, and heartfelt pleas for their favorite characters to find happiness and healing. It's amazing to see how invested the fans are in this storyline, says scriptwriter David Thompson. We knew that delving into the history between Brooke Lynn and Lulu would be a sensitive topic, but we also knew that it was a story that needed to be told. We're committed to portraying their journey with honesty and authenticity. The writers of General Hospital are carefully crafting a narrative that explores the multifaceted nature of friendship, the power of forgiveness, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. They are challenging viewers to examine their own relationships and consider the possibility of healing even the deepest wounds. The unfolding drama promises to be a roller coaster of emotions, filled with moments of heartbreak, hope, and unexpected twists. As Brooke Lynn navigates the complexities of motherhood and Lulu prepares to face the challenges of a new life, their intertwined destinies remain inextricably linked. Whether they ultimately find their way back to friendship or forge a new path forward, one thing is certain. The story of Brooke Lynn and Lulu is a testament to the enduring power of human connection and the transformative potential of forgiveness. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.